Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. How is everyone today? Busy day. Absolute mental. So, the news has finally arrived. I told you yesterday, Rodri would be signing for Man City today. And go and check out the live vlog I did at lunchtime when it was just announced. So, Roberto Blandi, no worries, we'll be here. Hope so. Everyone's well today. Yes, I'm good. How are you? Steve Black says, hi Andy, got your mojos back now. Got Rodri. It's all go, go, go. Absolutely. Told you yesterday it'd be signed, not this weekend at some kids event. It was going to be done and dusted. I was just surprised he wasn't the first one. Andy, one of the 7 watching, thumb down you mate. We know who it is. It don't make any difference. But hey, let's up that. So, going to talk. What do you want to talk about, Rodri? We'll have a look at some of his stats from. He just left. Well, there you go. We'll look at some of his stats. We'll also look at United's just got into Twitter meltdown over the fact that we signed Rodri and Angelino as well. Hi Sharon Hall, how are you? Yeah, a weird story, all surrounding Bruno Fernandes and Antony, a right winger from Sao Paulo, but I think it's garbage. It's absolute garbage. So, what's everyone's thoughts? This is going to be a quick one today because I did do a however long 20-30 minute lunchtime live vlog with when Rodri was announced by City. So this one will keep it fairly short because I have just finishing off editing another video. So I might put that out tonight. I might wait till tomorrow. It depends. I'm just waiting for some feedback on a project that might be filming in the morning. So if that goes ahead, then the chances are I might just wait. I might just put the episode 6 of Who Are You? I might put that out in the morning. But if not, I might put it out later and do something else tomorrow. So we'll see. Liam Heron, hope Maguire signs, to be fair, but apparently United are signing him for 75 million. Still the rumours coming out, Liam, are that he's still adamant that he would rather join Manchester City. So, just because United might offer 75 million, and Leicester might accept that, Maguire could turn around and say, I don't want to go there. It's that simple. We don't know what the truth and what's rumour. Scott Williams, afternoon. All cracking news, Rodri, absolutely brilliant, Scott. It's excellent news. And I said, go and check out that live stream I did just as it was announced, about 5-10 minutes after it was announced at lunchtime. Rodri, in my opinion, is the best signing of the summer. It's a brilliant, brilliant signing. It is a really, really good signing. Steve Black says, must say, enjoy the Who Are You series. Good. I'm glad you do. I say, if you want to come on, you're more than welcome to come on. I keep saying that on all the videos. I know some people don't particularly want to be on camera, and that's perfectly fine. I'll just put the email up for everybody. So if you want to and you want to get in touch, then feel free, send me an email. Like I said, I've not put a time limit on the series, so I've not sort of said, right, after 10 episodes, that's it, I'm stopping it. At the moment, I can put out at least 10, and possibly if we go to 15 or 20, and I'm trying to sort of bank them and keep them in advance, and then I can put them out whenever I want to, rather than waiting to see if I can film one and put one out. And so I'm just picking and choosing, because some people who've been on already have said, can you just hold fire, don't put it out yet because I'm away or I'm at work, and can you do it next week? And so I'll just hold, and whenever they say they're ready for it to go out, then I'll put it out. So some of them who are filmed after them, I'm putting theirs out before, so it don't matter, you'll get to see all of them. Very true, says Liam. I hope that's the case. About Maguire, well, that's the latest rumours are that yes, the United apparently are going to offer, I don't know whether they have officially offered that, but are going to offer around about 75 million. And the the same rumours have come out basically saying that Maguire has said that he prefers the Man City move. Now, you've got to look at it. If he does move to United, if that is true, and that if that is true, we don't know whether it is or not, and if that is true, then basically, why would you move to United? Because that says one thing. You go into a top 6, top 8 team for money. Doesn't really sound very good, does it? And he's allegedly already claimed that he wants Champions League football. So United can't offer him that. So if he was to move this summer for 75 million, the only reason he'd move is for money. And you know what players are like. They like to make it sound like it's a project. And now if he knocks that back, that'd be a huge slap in the face for United. United fans are not happy at the moment on social media at all with the fact that we announced Angelino yesterday, announced Rodri today. And I was reading some of the stuff and it was quite funny. And I was just reading some of the media have actually picked up on it as well. This was from this afternoon, about an hour ago, talking about the fact that United fans are absolutely furious with Ed Woodward. And the fact that City are signing all of these players, the fact that they've so far only added Daniel James from Swansea and Aaron Wan-Bissaka to their ranks, the United fans are not happy whatsoever with it. I'm just going to read some of the tweets. One guy's put, Rodri for 63 million, Ndombele for 60 million, but Woodward doesn't want to pay 50 million for Bruno Fernandes. Another Glazers out says City signing Rodri and Atletico signing Felix effortlessly, whilst the Glazers on Woodward ponder over Longstaff and James. The owners of Man United will allow this cycle of deterioration to continue until they have bled us dry. Act now, Reds, before it's too late. Cancel MUTV. Somebody else, say United fan, saying City announcing Rodri, Spurs announcing Ndombele, 2 players that have the potential to be world class, and Woodward is sitting offering 75 million for an overrated Englishman. The man needs to go. And it just goes on and on, and it just shows you, that what we're doing is right. We're doing it right way. United fans have seen over the last 2-3 seasons the likes of Fred, the likes of Sanchez, bringing Pogba back, and that's not really worked out whatsoever. And all this money they're splashing on these players in wages and everything else. The club is in absolute turmoil. Yet, on the blue half of Manchester, or in Manchester, everything we're doing is spot on. Absolutely spot on. Sorry, let me just go see quick through. A load of more have come through. But Steve Black, we would get Maguire and Ake if Otamendi goes. I don't think if Otamendi goes, I'd really be surprised if we signed 2 centre-backs, if I'm being honest with you. I'd definitely sign 1. Kian says, hi Andy, hope you're well, mate. I'm very good. How are you? I spoke to you for a while. For a chat, when's your new Man City Fancy coming into live vlogs? When's your new Man City Fancy coming into live vlogs? It's coming, but I'm not going to announce it here. Cletus Brown, Ollie's at the wheel. Can't wait to see their demise. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. Martin Horsfield, how are you, buddy? Hi, pal. Hope you're okay. Apparently, Maguire is going to Man U for 75 million. He wants to join us, but we won't go above 70. Yeah, just been talking about that, mate, about Harry Maguire. Blue Heart, hi, Andy. Great to see we've got our man. Absolutely brilliant. Why I miss Andy J. Fresh Stunner says, just chatting, mate. Just a little bit. I've just been talking about Rodri, the signing of Rodri, and the absolute meltdown with the United fans on Twitter over it, and just going crazy at the Glazers, Woodward, anyone they can vent their anger on. I think they're fed up of it, seeing the blue half of Manchester signing the likes of Angelino back, who is going to be a very good player, and the likes of getting Rodri and all these other targets who potentially, if we want to pay that money for, we could go after. And and I don't doubt if we wanted to get the likes of Joao Felix and pay that money, 120 odd million euros, then we could have done, but we haven't. But we could have done. Martin says, I get it lots, but he's English and all English players have an extra premium, I'm afraid. Absolutely. We're going to be short centre-back again. We need to stop penny pinching here. Not everyone will agree, I know. Do we definitely need a centre-back right now? I would say no. Would it be prudent to get a centre-back this season as cover? Yes, definitely. Kiam, United hierarchy figured out years ago that if they used the media to keep the sheep brainwashed, they could milk the cow. Absolutely spot on. Liam Heron, but I think it's turning. I do think it's turning. Liam Heron, when are the players reporting back for pre-season? I said it last week, mate. There was rumours it was going to be this week, but Pep's gave all the players an extra week off. So there'll be sort of dribs and drabs of players coming in over the weekend. Some of the fringe players, the ones who are not been away on cup duty, international duty, Copa America and AFCON and things like that, will drip feed back into the system. I said it last week that I think they're back Monday. They're going to spend 3-4 days at the Academy Stadium before they fly out to Asia for the Asia Cup. And then you'll probably get, the majority will be youth academy players plus some fringe players. And I'd be very surprised if some of the big name first teamers will actually go on the Asia tour. I think you probably see the likes maybe of Rodri. You might see some of the others out there. Some of them might even, when they finish what they're doing with their international teams, they might go for a week away and then come back, maybe play the last game of the Asia Cup. Just go over there simply for that. I'd be very surprised if the majority of the first teamers go back, because they've had a week or two's holiday, then they've been flying out to their Copa America and the AFCON and things like that. So they'll need more rest when those competitions finish. Cletus Brown, must be a miserable thing being a United fan. Liverpool and City both doing well. Now all we need is Leeds to come up and finish above them. Wouldn't that hurt? Scott Williams, Liam think they're back on Monday. Yep. Steve Black, we would need 2 replacements, one for Vinny and one for Otamendi if it goes. You still think only one? If Otamendi goes, I think it's an absolute certainty we're going to go for a centre-back. At this moment in time, I think it's in the balance whether we go, whether we just try, whether the Aki rumour is really true, whether we are going to pay more for a Maguire. I think Otamendi is possibly the key to whether we definitely sign one or not. I'd be surprised if we sign 2. I'll be honest with you. Even if Otamendi was to go, I think we'd definitely sign 1. But I'd be surprised if we sign 2. Brian Shunt, I think Lampard is going to flop massively. Andy, what do you think? I don't know. I don't know, Brian. I think he might. I think he might do well. We'll wait and see. He knows the club inside out. He's got a lot of respect and things. But as we've seen with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, doesn't always work. But we'll wait and see. Ronan Quick, is there something in Maguire that everyone else is seeing and I'm not overhyped because he's English? You'll find a few people on here really rate him. Certainly Rob does the podcast. Kiam is another who really rates him on here. Kapaki Kapiaz or Kapaki Kapes. Hi everyone, I'm big Man City fan from Thailand. Hello, welcome to the channel. Martin's fast jets going over. Out of Harden. And Martin Hosfield, great sign of Rodri. I'm very pleased. Blue Heart, he's going to think it's hotter than Spain is whether he can take his Lilo down the canal. Yeah, I saw something on there. I saw something on Twitter before, and it was a picture of Cheeky and him, and then loads of people have put loads of sort of things on it, but one of them is Cheeky's pointing out the window and it's as if he's showing him something at the academy, and somebody had wrote, see that there? That's the sun. You're not going to see it for much longer. Which I thought was quite funny. Let me go down. Sorry, loads of comments come in and I just skipped back there, so my apologies. Blue Heart, he's good. Yeah, I've done that one. Ema J, hi Andy, it's been a while. How are you? Yeah, not seen you around for a while. Martin, for me, Stones and Otti ain't good enough in Europe. I'm afraid, just my opinion, but Stones and Otti have mistakes in them and Garcia ain't ready. One bad injury at centre back and we are screwed to compete in all. Don't think Otamendi has done anything wrong in my opinion, and I think Stones had a poorish season last season, but he had a lot going on in his personal life. So Stones getting back to Stones, and if his head is right, I think Stones and Laporte will be perfect, and Otamendi is great cover. And I agree with you, Garcia. I don't think he's ready yet for the first team, not regular first team spot anyway. Connor Nixon, how times have changed. To be honest, I feel sorry for United. There's just a shell of a club it used to be. United, the past, City, the future. Absolutely spot on. Who will be the Man City third transfer? We don't know yet if there will be a third. We're expected, if you want to say, we're pretty much expected to announce Joao Carrera. So you could say that's the third. But he'll be going out on loan. So who knows? Spoke about it yesterday, last night. It was today in the live vlog as well. You know, will we get 3? Will we get 4? Will we stick at 2? Who knows? I think a lot of it's going to come down to what the likes of Otamendi does or Danilo does. What's all this about a meltdown now on a beach? You missed it. I was reading out some of the tweets on Twitter from United fans. Just absolutely meltdown because we've announced Rodri and Angelino, and other teams are announcing others. United are basically looking at James and Longstaff, and they've just signed Wan-Bissaka. They're not happy. Hi, buddy. Hi, Hypnosis Gaming. Will Watkinson music. What happened with United Twitter? Just mentioned it before. You might have to watch it back, mate. Mentioned it earlier. It was it's kind of meltdown because of City signings and they're not doing anything. Julio's on. I made it. Welcome, Will. Rodri over Fernandinho or Fernandinho over Rodri. Go and watch the video I did on Monday, mate. I did a full tactical analysis on Fernandinho's role, how it's so important, how it's so specialised, and how Rodri is going to fit into that, and how he's going to have to learn from Pep and Fernandinho how to play this very specific role that Pep requires, and Fernandinho's the best at it in world football. So it's an interesting video. Go and look at it. It's a tactical analysis. I did it on Monday, or I put it out on Monday. Top 6 predictions: City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs. There you go. I don't know. I still think it'll be City, Liverpool, top 2. Phil, Scott, Surety's on. Good afternoon, Andy. Everyone well pleased with the signing of Rodri. Yeah, it's great news, Phil. Nicholas Samuels, any question about how to get a Man City jersey? Yeah, you'll have to go on the website, mate. Go on Man City's site and go to the shop, store, online, and you'll be able to order one. And they're pretty much selling. They'll be sold in most countries. I don't know which country you're in. You say Jersey, I'm assuming maybe, where are you? America or somewhere like that. Blue Heart, glad Rodri signed. Now we've got someone to put the blue angle on top of, the blue angel on top of the Christmas tree in City Square. Hassan Malik, hi everyone, how are you? Julio says, hot weather in England. I used to live in Houston, Texas. Don't make me slap you. Hey, it's hot in England. It's hot for us us sort of Englanders. British people, it's not like Texas, I agree, but for us, you got to remember, when you go to places like Texas, it's very dry heat. It's not here. It's humid, it's muggy, it's like Steve Black. Otamendi though often has a red card in him. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, are we gonna, he had 1 red card last season, you know, how many other people got red centre-backs red card? You know, Delph got red carded. So it doesn't mean much to me, that. Scott Williams, the Bonucci rumours don't seem to be dying down. Pep's second, third choice. I doubt it. I said it the other day that I don't think that'll happen. Samuel away. OOI in. Is any team going for Everton Suarez? No, it's nonsense. I told you that last week. It's garbage. Connor Nixon, do you think anyone else will sign? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I think I said before summer transfer window opened, I thought it'd be 3, maybe 4 players. So we'll wait and see. Blue Heart, I'm happy our signing so far. Don't think we're going to be struggling next season. Injuries are the unknown issue. Absolutely. I mean, you could end up with Sergio Aguero and Gabi Jesus both injured. What we're going to do then? Play Sterling as a false 9, and we can't plan ahead for what if. We can't buy everybody just in the hope that somebody might get injured and they can give them some game time. Bonucci would be okay for cover for 20 mil. Yeah, possibly. Hypnosis Gaming, call me Marcus. Okay, Marcus. It's easier. Thank you, mate. Yeah, Bonucci would be decent cover for 20 million, but if we can get Aki for 40, I'd rather have Aki with his age, English, and potential for the future. Matthew McGorty, Steve Black tried doubling that number. It probably would be a little bit more. Saying that though, how much did he buy him back for? Was it 33 million or something like that? So I don't know. Like the content, mate. Thanks, Marcus. Iana Moran, I'm getting the half sip. Rodri is in it. What's that? I'm getting the half sip. Rodri is in. It is so nice. The half sip. You know, the training top you're talking about. That does look nice, yeah. Scott Williams, it looks like some of the training kits, training stuff looks pretty decent. Scott Williams, agree Steve Black kind of makes sense if De Ligt goes Juve and Pep gets on with Sarri, just put in a 1+1+3. Yeah, possibly. Nicholas Samuels, Jamaica, mate. Okay. Just with the jersey reference. So there's a little bit, you're down that region. Hi section, how are you? Matthew, yes, I know. However, not worth it for that. Better get Ake. Yeah, I agree. Brian Gardner, hi Andy. I think Rodri could be a great signing in time, but please, City, give him time to adjust and time to know the system. He has the skill and football brain. Absolutely spot on, Brian. Said it on the video. He's going to need, like I said, watch the transfer analysis video, football analysis video I did on Monday. Saying there, he's going to need time to learn this system. It's not something he's probably used to playing. All right, he might be playing in a central defensive role, but Pep's what Fernandinho does is specialised. I mean, yes, Gundogan did well, but he's not Fernandinho. He just isn't. It's that simple. But he did well, filling in for him towards the end of the season. In fairness, last season Otamendi never played much, but I get your meaning. Yeah, true. But never let us down, really. All right, somebody gets a red card, does that mean, right, you've let the team down? And I don't sort of buy into that. If it was like several of those, let's face it, how many has Vinny had? How many challenges should Vinny have been sent off in his career and got away with it, very luckily, for diving in? So, Julio, Japan is humid. Yeah, I bet it is. I'm going to die Man City friendly in Yokohama. I bet you it is. I bet it's really, really humid. Matthew, Steve Black, I don't want Bonucci. He was just saying that. He won't be 20 million. He will be 40, 50 million. I don't know about that. Maybe his name will push that up to that price. But if they want rid of him and they bought him back for like 35 million euro, I'd be surprised if they're going to move him on for 40, 50, 60 million or something like that. I'd be surprised. But anyway, who knows? Section says central defensive midfield was the position I was worried about most. Furness place was always going to be the hardest. Absolutely spot on. Yeah, you can buy, wingers, you can buy strikers, you can buy, right backs and things like that. That role is absolutely critical to the way Pep plays. Steve Black says, Matthew, no, I agree, but should be age. I'd prefer to take Aki. I agree. Philip Scott Shirty, watching Mark on the United Stand is like Comedy Channel. They think they're going to get Gareth Bale. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I think I'll laugh at that. He's pretty much tongue-in-cheek with him because you know what he's like. He has this character now that and does very well. Samuel, I still so much feel we need a better backup for Kyle Walker. He's not had an injury in a while. We might really suffer if he does go down. Yeah, but, if we can convince Danilo to stay, there's the backup straight away. We've got possibly Luke Bolton. Could be going on this summer tour. We can see what Luke Bolton, now he's fit after his injury. We'll see what he's like on the summer tour. Cameron Dempsey, can't wait to see Rodri, hopefully in pre-season, same as Angelino. I think you'll possibly see Rodri and Angelino in pre-season. Shay says, is it just me or do you look at potential transfers and think, no, he doesn't look like a City player? Some players just look like City players. Can't wait to see Rodri. I agree. Yeah, you do possibly look at that and think that's a strange one, but I definitely think, would I have been disappointed if it was Ndombele? No, possibly not. But after looking at the comparison between the two and reading all the analysis reports on him, I do think Rodri probably fits the role of cover for Fernandinho better than Ndombele. Probably just gives us that little more, let's say, class and good on the ball, good pass, very good passer in short, tight spaces, and don't mind a tactical foul and is quite good at it by all accounts. Marcus says, do you trust Muric as our second keeper? I think if Bravo stays, Bravo will be number 2. I'll be honest with you. I think Muric possibly go on loan. Because he really does need game time at his age. Blue Heart, I love the way City are going for every player while the others haven't got a clue. We pick the cherries we want. Do you think it's a plan, Andy? I do. I love the way City are going for every player. Well, you're talking about, is it a plan as in, put the feelers out there to say that City are interested? If that's what you think, absolutely. Listen, it's all a game. They play the game in that particular way. So, yeah, definitely. I said on the lunchtime one about the Rodri thing and the Ake, the Maguire thing and the Ake rumours. We used to say that City social media are not planting little stories here that journalists will pick up on about Ake. So it makes Maguire's agent and Leicester think twice and think, we could, the agent could go to Harry Maguire and say, City look might be going in for Ake, and if we don't make a decision soon, we could miss out on United and City. And if you really want City, maybe we need to speak to Leicester about lowering the price or whatever. Blakefish 80, Andy, personally really hope we stick clear of Maguire at the ridiculous price being bandied around. Let the rags have him. Ake from Bournemouth is an interesting link I've heard. Yeah, we've talked about it lots, mate. Loads on there for around about 40 million quid on Ake. Scott Williams, Cancelo now being linked with Barca, so can't see that. He's been linked with every single big club out there. United have been linked to him. Bayern Munich have been linked to him. Is it now Barca? I mean, I said last week on the videos. I think I titled one of the videos, the Cancelo is gone. I don't think it'll happen. I think if it was going to happen, I think City would have touted Danilo out there much earlier, got rid of Danilo first, then gone in and said, there you go, there's the money for Cancelo. I just think it's filtered away to nothing. And I must admit, I'm not that fussed, I'll be honest with you, for that type of money, which looks like it's going to be around about 65 million quid or euro. I'm not that fussed about it, if I'm honest. I know people on here really rate him, but his defensive side still worries me. Steve Black, I think Rodri will virtually just slip in as a similar to Biscuits, and Pep knows that kind of player. Let's hope so. Nicholas Summers can get Toby for 25 million. Would I rather have 25 million for Toby Alderweireld or would I rather pay 40 million for Ake? Ake every day of the week. Stevie Black, Busquets. So I was going to say, similar to Biscuits. All right, okay, there must be something in. Yeah, he's similar to Biscuits, yeah. Well, say that. I've said it in the player analysis I did on Monday. We need a centre-back. Okay, Abdullah, who do you want? Samuel Ayew is... If Bonucci's free, he can fill the bench. He won't be free, mate. We'd have to pay for him. Abdullah, and he'd want massive wages. We need a centre-back who will be starting 11. We can't go with Stones or Otamendi. I disagree. Areshvir, Dadwal. Aguero said he was going to leave when his contract ends in 2020. So he's got 2 more years, mate. Not at the end of next season. Section 20, Nathan Ake at 40 million is better money than 90 to 100 million for Maguire. Totally agree. I like Luke Bolton. He was good last pre-season. He was very excited. And bear in mind, Bolton was converted from sort of a right winger to a right back, or attacking midfielder as well, to a right back position. And he looked very exciting, very quick. Bonucci's past his best, said Jay Fresh. I agree. Steve Black, section 20, yes, agree, but not English. Marcus says, I don't like Bravo, rather Muric. Well, possibly. We have Zach Steffen. I think he's going to go on loan. But it all depends on what's happening with the keeper situation. I think Steffen could go on loan. Muric can go on loan. We could bring the keeper from Eibar in, and he could be the third choice. So he'd be happy because he wants a coaching role as well. So he'd be happy as third choice. Muric needs games. He really needs to progress. Bravo makes me too nervous. Hi, Andy and guys. Hi, Bernard. Bailey Steffen in Germany on loan. Yeah. Me too, Stunner. Give him a break, guys. He did well in the cup competitions. Cameron, Rodri, 90% pass completion rate in the opposition half. Yeah, his overall stats are, I looked at his, did his stats on the video. And when you stack them up compared to Fernandinho's, in areas of the pitch, his stats are better than Fernandinho's, albeit it's La Liga and it's the Premier League, so there is some differences there. Fernandinho's slightly better going forward, but as far as sort of, in a defensive role, Rodri's stats were better than Fernandinho's. Last season in La Liga, he played 34 games, 20 wins, 1,927 passes, 91% passing accuracy, 242 duels won, 41 interceptions and 70 tackles won as well. So very, very interesting. It's going to be great to see him. Can't wait to see him in sort of pre-season. See what he's like. It's going to be great. It's going to be great having him in. We'll just have to see what happens next. So moving on. Just one last bit of news, which I thought I was reading. I thought, I'll tell. No, and I thought I won't do it. And I thought, I'll throw it in just for a laugh. And that is, obviously, you've just mentioned, people mentioned about Bruno Fernandes. And there were some strange claims about Manchester City's chase for a Brazilian youngster, winger. And basically, newspaper Jornal do Noticias claimed that in order to replace Fernandes, Sporting would like to sign Antony on loan from the Premier League side, City. It's not a new rumour, this. And last month, it was reported that Man City would like to sign the Sao Paulo attacker. And due to a partnership with Sporting, the Lions could get him on a season-long loan spell. The strange thing today is that the Jornal de Noticias reports it as if Manchester City had already signed Antony, and in reality it doesn't look close to happening. In their own words, they say the player 19 still belongs to Sao Paulo, but will be assigned permanently to the team coached by Pep Guardiola. This report reckons they've checked the latest reports in Brazil, and they can't find anything about Manchester City's chase for Antony. It looks like these rumours were started in Portugal. Surprise, surprise. So I just thought, Antony, I've never heard of this guy. Where's he from? He's got a current market value of around about €9 million. He's a 19-year-old winger from Sao Paulo. And he's just look at, he's only had like 6 appearances and 2 assists. So I know nothing about him, I'll be honest with you. I think he's had 1 loan move somewhere, but yeah. So it's interesting where this Antony rumour has come from, and why Brazilian newspapers are claiming that he's a City player but still at Sao Paulo. And maybe it's a tweet I need to make to Tim Vickery, the South American football expert, and ask him, has City actually done any business with Sao Paulo for Antony, and would he be going on loan to Sporting with the Bruno Fernandes? I mean, I don't know. I just found it really, really strange that, unless it's a typo, but I can't see it because the actual statement is saying about Pep Guardiola and City and everything else. So if I hear any more, I will. What I will do is I'll tweet Tim Vickery and just say to him, is anything in this, or is it just absolute nonsense? and we'll see. So the Bruno Fernandes thing is rolling, and we're getting linked with other players, not necessarily Bruno Fernandes, but other players in general that are part of a deal with Sporting, and players we don't even own or we don't think we own. Who thumbs down these vids? I just don't get it. Well, you know, we know who it is. Wame. As long as he's able to be moulded into being another player like Fernandinho, it's a great signing, absolutely. Camex Gaming, Rodri is very good CDM with good pace, which makes him a very good CDM. Azatudin Anik Kamisan. What do you think going to happen to Delph and Zinchenko as Angelino's back? Good question. I think Delph is pretty much surplus to requirements, if I'm honest, and I do feel sorry for him because I like Delph. Depends. Does he want football? Is he at the stage of his career where he thinks, I desperately need more games and I have to move? Because now Angelino's there, we've got 3 players potentially for the left-back position. The midfield is pretty much going to be done and dusted with Fernandinho, Rodri, Gundogan. Zinchenko can play there. He's already signed a long-term contract extension. So there doesn't really seem to be many other options for Delph, if I'm being really honest with you. Now, he might decide, look, I'm happy to stick around. And who knows what might happen. Look what Zinchenko did. Stuck around, got a chance. Maybe Delph thinks he can still do it again and still get a chance. Or he might look at it and think Villa, Leeds, someone like that, he'd do a great job for. So we'll see. I just can't see where he'll fit into Man City in the future. I really don't. Zinchenko, yeah, it's interesting what's going to happen with Zinchenko. He must look at it now thinking, just signed Angelino, what's going on here? But it's competition. At the end of the day, it's competition. So he'll have to just work hard, so will Angelino. He'll have to work his socks off, and if it doesn't work out for Angelino this season, maybe he'll go on loan, or he'll be sold at a profit, or whatever. So I think everything just depends on, will Mendy stay fit? Forget Maguire, we still have Mangola. Koulibaly, 80 million, no chance, won't go anywhere near him. No, well, overrated player. Marcus says, do you play FIFA? No, mate. I used to years ago, not for me. I don't have time, I'll be honest with you. Rodri could be what we need to get over the line in Europe by rotating him and Fernandinho around. I totally agree, Cameron. Antony, is he going to get Cleopatra's needle? Seems we're checking out all of the Brazil for youngsters in Argentina off limits now. Well, it's hey, we didn't do too bad with Gabi Jesus, all right. Moreno was part of the deal as well, and he was a bit of a flop. He's back in Brazil, but hey, if you buy 2 young kids for 25 million quid, one of them might flop, the other one might go on to be £100 million player, so quitting either way. Twitter name, Marcus. My Twitter name? I'll put it up here. Hey, it's up there, Marcus. Hi Andy, hi Dudley Lewis, how are you? Mangala and Bertie Glauber, great defensive pairing. Gustavo Cortes, hi Andy, any news on Mario Hermosa? No, nothing, mate. I think you've had this, did you ask me this last week? There's been nothing at all really surrounding it. I can't see it happening, if I'm honest. Anton G, I'm really excited for the season to start, so am I. It seems a long summer. Bradley, how long will Rodri dyes his hair blonde? Yeah, we'll see. We get the South Americans into him. Delph is not at the levels for City, just not good enough. Yes, sadly, probably right. Mike Heap, Andy, now we have Rodri. Do you think Fernandinho could draw? I think he could definitely provide cover. I think he can definitely provide cover there. Is he a natural centre-back? Not really. But if you go back and look at the possible formations for next season on the video that I did 2 weeks ago, I think it was, you'll go back a couple of weeks and watch the video where I looked at how we could line up. And in the team, I actually put Maguire and Rodri in the team. But then I swapped it around a little bit and I shown a cup competition team with everybody who is, let's say, second string players. And looking at a cup competition with the second string players, looks bloody good as well. It give most top, let's say 4th to 10th teams a good run for the money. And then what I also did is I looked at a 3-5-2, but in that role I dropped Fernandinho into the sort of centre of the three, playing with Laporte and Maguire, let's say, but you could replace them with Stones. And yeah, so I think that would be perfect. If he was desperately needed at cover, he could easily cover. I just don't think he's someone that would start, unless we were desperate and we had injuries at centre back. So he could do both jobs. Probably less fatiguing for him to play as a centre back than it would be in his current role, definitely. So your later game, Levi, we're going now, mate. Sorry, I only meant this to go on for 30 minutes. I've still got to crack on with editing this video. And like I said, I might put that out later, I might not. I might wait till tomorrow. I've just got some emails coming through that I've got to read now from other people about a video that we're putting together. So I need to speak to them. So I'll just very quickly just see, is there anything else? No, there's nothing else for me to talk about. Oh, guys, sorry, let me just go through. Can I poop in your fridge? Some strange people on here, aren't they? Yeah, can I poop in your fridge? How much are you packing, lad? Cheer nonce. Adrian, can I poop in your hair? Right, okay. Hi Andy, how are you doing? Zinchenko's step up big time last season, really did well. Shakhtar, you really did do very, very well. Oh, it looks like we've got, it looks like, it doesn't matter. I'm not even going to go there. Gustavo, Delph is an amazing locker room teammate. He does, I mean, people like him. You only have to look at Sterling's interview with GQ. With the two people he took his proposed Instagram wording to was Delph and Vinny Company. So definitely, I think he's good around the team. Angelino to be second choice of Zinchenko. Flick of a coin, mate. What do you think? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. You'd have to think if we're buying Angelino and we're going in the sense of an attacking sense. Angelino, for me, is probably better in the attacking phase than Zinchenko. But Zinchenko did so well last season, so I'd say it's a toss of a coin. I've no idea. I wouldn't like to go one way or the other, mate. I agree. He seems to have great respect for his attitude. Yeah, it does. Pep Guardiola. Hi, Pep. How are you? Ask Pep. Don't put the questions to me. Ask Pep. Pep's on. I see his ticket last year, but I own a tickets this season. Do tickets scan the same as the card? Yes, they do, mate. You just put the tickets in for it to scan the same way as you would do a card. Ferner played right back for us already. Yes, he has. Serious question. What do you think of Mara's defensive capability? I remember in one game, Ferner was telling him off. I don't think he's naturally a player that goes back and forward. It's a part of his game he's going to have to improve. He's going to really have to. Because we know Pep he won't stand it with Sane if he doesn't track back enough. So we'll see. We'll see. Do you think the MC Fantan TV All Stars should sign bugger off? Don't want him in the area. I ain't got 150 million. Ruto, feelings on Lampard as Chelsea boss. I think he'll do a good job. Time will tell, but I think he'll do a good job. He can play centre-back and stretch his playing days. Absolutely, of course he can. And if he's not playing as many games and there is rotation with Rodri, it'll extend his career. We could offer him a new haircut every week. Antony, as in the Brazilian. Yeah, but without the H. There's no H in it. It's not Anthony. It's Antony. But yeah, that is in the Brazilian. Cine Youssef, hey guys, who will be our next deal? Don't know, mate. Don't know, we'll see. The comments, yeah, I know. It's like, Anton G, the future's bright, the future's blue. Come on, City, we love you. Dudley Lewis, how you needed one of those rattlers and the scarf around your wrist when you sang that. Sorry. My thing just paused there. And another update needed. How long has Delph got on his contract? Oh, good question. Not sure. I think he's got 2 more years. I might be wrong. Let me just see. I think it's 2 more years. Just see when it was he signed. What did he sign? He signed out, so it's 15. Did he sign an extension? I thought he signed an extra extension 2 years ago. Might be wrong. Somebody else might tell me. So 5, 15, 22. But I think it's 2 more seasons. I think it's 2 more seasons he's got. Blue Heart, Zinchenko will get some games in midfield. I think so. He'll definitely play. I think he'll definitely get some games in midfield, possibly in cup competitions. Good luck to Super. Dudley Lewis, maybe send him on loan. Send him on loan. Delph. May as well just sell him, mate, if I'm honest. And got to look at it, who's going to pay his wages. Cine, finally we got Rodri. What an amazing player. I've seen some of his skills, magnificent he is. Rodri interview on City TV. Yeah, need to go over and watch that if it's on there. Did you watch Euro 21 Championship? No, mate. I didn't. I haven't got time. City just released the Rodri video. Okay, I'll go over and finish this now and go over and have a watch of it myself. But I've got some work and editing stuff I've got to crack on with. OSC 31, do you think we should sign Alderweireld from Tottenham? He's a very good ball playing centre back. How's Risco? I've just said it on here before earlier. Somebody asked me that, and if we're going to pay 25 million for Alderweireld, I'd rather play 40 million for Aki. If I'm being honest, thought it was 5 p.m. Might have gone out a little bit early on the video. Good luck to Super Frank Lampard. Finish above the red rags. Kira Walsh handed in transfer. Yeah, that was yesterday. Leon are sniffing around. We're not at that level yet. We're certainly not at that level. As good as we've been, we're not at that level of a Leon and others. Yeah, yes, I heard that. I read that yesterday morning. First thing, apparently it came out. So yeah, gonna have to do something there. Gonna have to get some new signings in. What are you eating to be so beautiful? Some weirdos on here. Video now up, a meet and greet at 17:30. I wonder if they're going live. Are they doing a live stream or anything on it on Facebook or something? They normally do something like that. Andy, you seem to be attracting weird stalkers. Yeah, I wonder who they are. Luke Stone, Duriez, rest in peace, Helen the Bell. Do you do this as a full-time job? No, I don't, mate. I don't, certainly don't. Feels like a full-time job sometimes. Scott Williams, Blondie checked out. The Rubber Bandits, interesting. Hope you weren't starting in the video. Out now, the Rodri video. Okay, so I'll let you all go off and you can go and have a watch of it. Think a few clearing out. Delph, Mangala, Otamendi, maybe swap deal, possibly. Leon taking all the top female players they are. Should have signed Godin. He's available free. Would have been better leader. Not got long left though. Liam buying every female talent. Yes, they are. Rodri's they're one of the best in world football. Rodri in the club shop tonight signing tops. I think they're trying to widen the circle of their friends. Some oddballs on here today. All good banter. Oh yeah, some very strange people coming on that we don't often get on, and I wonder why they're on this channel. But anyway, it's all good. I'm not going to spend any time on them, so can block them and do whatever, but I can't be bothered. I'll just skip them. They are comedy musicians but do podcasts. Oh, you're talking about that band or something. Right, guys, listen, I'm going. Don't forget, give it a thumbs up before you go. I'll be back tomorrow. Abdullah says, thank God United and Chelsea took Fred and Jorginho so we could go. Absolutely, yeah. I think we got the better end of the deal, definitely. Martez Meadow, hi Andy, hello, I'm going, mate. Been on now for nearly 50 minutes. Hi Andy, so right, I'm going. Yesterday was about sweets, today's weird comments. Absolutely never a dull day on Man City Fan TV. You're not alone, mate. Someone else gets loads of loonies as well. It's just full of them. But it's weird how they're all just coming on today. Weird bunch. Latest, guys, just painting my shed. Good luck with that one. Cheers, Andy. See you, mate. What's going on with Cancelo? Spoke about it earlier. You'll watch this video. It'll be live in about 10-15 minutes on the channel. Cheers, Andy. I'll get Rodri to sign your shirt. Thank you very much. See you, Andy. All Sky Blues. Yes, Rodri is the best we could get. Agree. Right, guys, have a wonderful evening. Go and have a watch on the official City site. Rodri signing or an interview with Rodri, and then if anybody comes across any social media live streaming from the ground and things like that, I mean official, then yeah, post the link below this video and let others go and watch it. Because at the end of the day, we're all Blues. So take care, have a good evening. See you, Ocean Rage. Take care. You're welcome, Rubto Blondie. See you, mate, and have a good one. You too, Blue Heart.